What's up, guys? Back to another episode or conversation on some of the GPS data. So this is the same athlete we tested last week, got their data on, but I wanted to highlight in the last game they had a MCL injury, not a tear, able to play on it, or a very minor tear. But I want to show you some of the inputs that we're able to look at and see, is the athlete recovered? Are they performing even close to what their uninjured self was and whatnot, and what some of the differences were. So right here, you'll see volume was about the same as last week, but the high speed running, high intensity distance, and sprint distance was much lower. Obviously, there's some variables that can come in the intensity of the game or the types of plays that were ran and whatnot. But I wanted to highlight a couple things for you. So number one, this athlete hit 22.65 in game last week. Fastest speed they hit this week was 18.14 miles per hour. So obviously that's potentially a red flag for where the athlete's at with recovery. The sprint numbers were down by about 6 sprints during the game. Accelerations were below, and decelerations were heavily below what they were last week. So what this can flag for a coach is, okay, potentially they're not accelerating and decelerating as aggressively, so it's not picking it up because of the injury. So they're a little hesitant to get to full speed or decel quickly, particularly. Now, these decels fell by about half, so 50%. The accelerations only fell by, 10 to 15%. So the athlete is definitely not confident decelerating quickly, and that's showing in this GPS data. And then we'll tap in intensity. All of this is lower as well. So they're not averaging as much running or high-speed distance throughout the game. And then lastly, an important one to look at is, step balance. So last week, the athlete was in balance, I think 49.51. And what you'll see here is there's a larger gap between which leg they're favoring, and the left leg, as shown with the 48, is, as an athlete, okay, this athlete definitely has some imbalances going on or is favoring one leg over the other. So all of this can be important to look at with athletes as you're tracking them week to week, particularly if they have an injury or something nagging them. Are they making compensations very clearly? And if they are, that strikes a conversation of, how do we get them back to where they were at? Or does this athlete need more rest and potentially a game off to get back before they have the opportunity to potentially get hurt more, or have another injury piled on due to the imbalance of what's going on the field? So simple, short video today, but I wanted to show you that this GPS data does give some insight into where the athlete's at, especially if they've been injured. If this athlete wasn't injured or I didn't know about it as a coach, this could be a way that I could get some real-time data on that as well, and then make decisions or approach the athlete and say, do you have something that's bothering you? Are you in pain? Because your data over the games has been changing. So a good way to look at recovery and imbalances going on with the athlete. So pretty cool. Going to keep diving into this. We'll test them next week again, or this upcoming week, and see if there's any improvements here. But wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight into that and how GPS data can help you either realize injuries or keep tabs on an injury that's happened previously. Thanks, guys. If you have any questions, shoot them over. Make sure to connect with us on every channel available by just searching HansenAthletics. Have a good one.